What is up, everybody? It is Drake here with DSF Financial, showing you guys the ATM business and how I'm making my money work for me through passive income. In the ATM business right now, a big topic is contracts. Now, the contracts I'm speaking of right now are location contracts. I want to show you guys 5 things to make sure to have in your contracts to protect you, and you won't want to miss it. And you know what? I might have a nice gift for you at the end of the video, so watch the whole thing. Now, you guys may know, or maybe you don't know, I am very financially conscious. Through my videos, I definitely try and portray that and show you guys a thing or two in every video to help your financial well-being. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment if you guys have any questions. Honestly, those subscriptions, those comments that you guys do leave, it does give me a little motivation, so thank you guys and keep doing it. So now back to contracts. Now, I don't like to refer to those contracts as contracts. I like to refer to them as location agreements, especially when I'm talking to owners pitching a new ATM for a location. I'm not going to say the word contract. I'm going to say location agreement when I'm speaking with the owner. Now, why is that? Say the word contracts for me. Contracts. It sounds a little daunting. It usually includes lawyers, and when things include lawyers, it's not a good thing. Just the word contracts has a bad connotation, in my opinion. And you don't want that owner that you're pitching an ATM to have any doubts. Now, say the words location agreement. See, it rolls off the tongue a little better. It's not scary. It's kind of cozy and comforting. Put your mind at ease. It's a mutual understanding, a mutual agreement that you and the location have. Now, when you are pitching that location, you are going to have a contract with you, I'm assuming, or a location agreement. Mention location agreement, not contract. It's not what you say, but how you say it that honestly makes all the difference. Think about it from the owner's perspective. Would you want to sign a contract or an agreement? Now, with an agreement, there is a ton of things that can be added in it. It really can be overwhelming. Now, you may choose to include a lawyer, spend a ton of money for them to write you up an agreement. And if your business model allows that, if you have the funds for it, do it. But for me, I'm going to go over 5 things to have in your contract that is really going to help you. And don't forget, I may have a gift for you at the end of the video. Now, I want to make it 100% clear, 100% clear that I am not a lawyer. I did not go to law school. Although a drunk guy at a party once wanted me to be his lawyer because I was suited up, but I'm not a lawyer. I created the agreement with a little bit of knowledge and a ton of research to help protect myself and our company. Now, I do edit the agreement with every new location that we get because there are changes. There are different things in the contract or in the agreement that we're going to need to add. So I do edit it with every location. Now, number 1, who is involved? The first thing you have to have in your agreement is make sure to specify who the agreement is pertaining to, who is involved in this agreement. I want every party that is involved in this specific situation added to this agreement so everybody is fully aware of what's going on. In the agreement, if there's things that I'm in charge of, like the ATM or filling the ATM, I want to make sure to spell that out in the agreement. On the contrary, if the owner of the location has things that he must provide, that he must abide by in the agreement, I want to put that in the agreement, not just talking about it over the counter at his store. I want it on paper for protection. If your agreement doesn't have exactly who the agreement is pertaining to, then what's the point, right? It must be crystal clear. Now, number 2, the details of the agreement. What is in that agreement? Now, like I mentioned before, I edit the agreement for every location that we have depending on the circumstances. Every location is going to have different requirements for the install, for your ATM, for your vending business, or for your business. Whenever you're dealing with a business, try and have an agreement. Now, depending on your business plan, your business model, you may have a lot less in your agreement or a lot more than we have, but have something. A couple things that we have in our agreement that spells out different things for different circumstances is things like the install method. How are we going to be installing this machine? Now, with a traditional install, you have to drill into the floor. Some people, some owners don't want you drilling into the hole. They don't want you messing up the wood or the tile or the concrete. So make sure if you are going to be bolting down your machine and drilling holes, have that clearly spelled out in the agreement. If they don't want it, have another method of install. Maybe you'll throw concrete bags at the bottom of the machine. Maybe you'll throw in steel plates or tile to weigh down the machine so it's harder to move. For us, if we can't bolt down that machine, that is a big no-go. We're not gonna trust our investment of the ATM and literally thousands of dollars in cash. If we're not gonna be able to bolt that down and secure it every way possible, then we're not gonna go with that location. What is the location providing? What are you providing? Put that in the agreement. Is the location providing power? An outlet for the ATM? I sure hope so. That's pretty standard, but make sure to have that in the agreement. You don't want the owner coming back for you, giving you an electric bill for running that machine for the month. You want it put in the agreement that they are in charge of the power. Are they providing an Ethernet connection for the internet to where you can process the transactions? If they are, put that in the agreement. Just like with the power, you don't want them giving you their internet bill split for your portion of the internet. What are you providing? Are you providing the ATM? Are you providing the funds for the ATM? Are you providing the maintenance for it? Do you want the location to clean the machine, or are you in charge? There's different things in the contract or agreement that you must add. Now, for the new location that we have, the adult entertainment spot, because of the location, it is a tad risky. In the agreement, we have spelled out multiple times that the ATM and all funds is 100% DSF's financials responsibility. We don't want any confusion with the owners of the establishment that it's their ATM or their funds. It's spelled out 100%, which is what we are in charge of. Who are you doing your processing through? You want to put in the agreement that you are solely responsible of changing the processing if you see fit. Just like you're not going to be able to go to the owner and say you must only use Visa credit cards or you must only use American Express credit cards. The owner isn't going to like that. And you're not going to have it to where the owner of the location says who you have to process your money through. You may want to add something where you are the exclusive ATM in the establishment. You don't want a new ATM provider coming in and putting a second ATM in the store at a lower surcharge. You want to protect yourself in that way. You also want the ATM fully accessible to the customers. You want it to where the customer always has access to it. As much detail as you can or that you see fit to have in your agreement, the better. Be fully transparent in your agreement and make it to where the owner also knows that you're being transparent. You don't want to come off as a shady ATM guy or a shady vending guy. You don't want that record. Because like I said in a previous video, word of mouth is key. Now in the agreement, you will 100% want to explain the surcharge. In our agreement, we have what we start the surcharge at when we first install the ATM. After that, the surcharge is at our discretion. We can raise that surcharge fee if we want, and we can make it go lower. Now, something also important to add in the agreement is if you're gonna be profit sharing, put that in the agreement. Let's say you're giving 50 cents or 30 cents or a quarter to the location. Have that specific amount in the agreement. Also, have when you're going to be paying that surcharge. Is that every month you're going to pay them? Are you going to pay them every quarter like we do? After that quarter is up or after that month is up, what is the amount of time that you're agreeing to pay by? Also, something you may not think about, how are you going to be paying that surcharge? Nowadays with Cash App and Venmo, checks, cards, cash, there's so many different ways that you can pay somebody now. In the ATM business, we try and keep it to cash, but the location may not agree. They may not want to take cash for their portion of the surcharge. They may not even accept checks. Ask them ahead of time and clearly put that in your agreement. That way there's no confusion when it's payday for that location. Now, on to number 3, the length of the agreement. How long is your agreement going to go for? Are you going to have a month-to-month agreement? Are you going to have a yearly agreement, a 5-year agreement? Whatever you're going to agree upon, have that in writing. Now for us, we have a 3-year agreement. Now we live by customer service, so I want to make sure that location, our customer, and the people taking money out of our ATM is 100% happy. If they're not, for us, we do have a 3-year agreement in our terms. But if the location is not happy with the service that we're providing, or they want to switch with somebody else, it's unfortunate, but I understand. We have it in our agreement that we have 30 days after written notice that our ATM will be gone. That allows us 30 days to find a new location. Now, it is unfortunate that we lost that location, but we have it clearly stated in the agreement that they will not be getting any surcharge, which, if we're giving them $150, $200 every quarter, we're going to keep that now, which is going to allow us to spend that money to find a new location. Now, with number 4, have an out. Us, just like you, I'm sure, want to protect your investment. And how we do it is through the agreement. Now, for some locations, you may think it's going to be the best location ever. It's going to make millions of dollars, but it may make one transaction a month. So have an out. Have it to where if you want to pull the machine to move it to another location, find a new location, have it in there to where you have 30 days to pull it. That allows the location to find another ATM provider if they want, or you can make some money by selling the location the ATM if you wanted. Use that money, buy a new ATM, and use the extra money to throw in the vault. Make some money in that way. Sometimes a location may be mistreating your machines. They may be shoving paper clips in the card slot or kicking the heck out of your machine. Obviously, that's your investment. You don't want that. So in the agreement, I have it to where if it is being mistreated or damaged, I can pull it immediately if that's the case. Now, I've even heard of something like that happening. It involved a laundromat arcade, Time Crisis 2, the arcade video game, and the laundromat owner's kids were pretending to break into the change slot on Time Crisis 2. Because the arcade owner had it in the agreement that he can pull the machine if that kind of stuff was going on, and immediately pulled the machine to avoid any other damage that may have happened. Try to limit the dangers in business. Have an out. Last, but maybe the most important thing to have in your agreement is that John Hancock. Make sure you have that signature and date on the agreement. If there's no signature on the agreement, then there's no proof that there was an agreement. Man, I'm saying agreement a lot, but I'm trying to emphasize how important it is to have an agreement. In our agreement, we have all parties listed with as much info as we can. The date, the signature, the company address, the legal company name. And it was even mentioned, maybe we should add a driver's license number to the agreement as well, which is a pretty good idea. So I think we will be adding that soon. There is shady people out there. Make sure you protect yourself from it. Now, these are 5 things that are a must in your agreement. I have thought long and hard about these agreements, trying to edit them and make them better, and I want to share my hard work. So a gift to you is the agreement template that we have. In the comments section down below, I have a link for you guys to go get that agreement template. You will be able to edit it to fit your specific circumstance. Take this agreement, edit it, utilize it to better your business. If you guys find it helpful, let me know in the comments. Once again, please subscribe, hit that bell notification, add me on Instagram. We got some great videos coming soon for you guys, so stay excited. Now enjoy your day, but keep grinding like it's Monday. Until next time, later.